So anyway, he's my now favorite dog. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsai Heirloom, and here's my Leon and my new pom-pom Pomeranian puppy. He's only 1.5 months old, and we call him Pom-Pom because of Pomeranian, but suggests gotta have a connection with bonsai. So his name is Bonbon because he's white like a bonbon. So anyway, he's my now favorite dog because he's very calm and very cuddly. So you'll see him again in the future. So let's get going. I want to remind you to sign up for the giveaway bonsai. With that in mind, then let me get going. The first question is that on the rosemary, would they back bud? I think back bud probably means like if you cut it off, when new branches come out of the branches. And my answer is no. It will back bud if you have some greens left on the branch. And then it will grow from the branch, the bud themselves, not additional buds from the rest of the branch, I don't think. So that's something to be careful about, not to wind up having a very bad bunch of sticks. The next question is along the same line. Some person noticed that I have a drip trace under some of my pots, and would that kind of drown the plant, so to speak? Well, I don't think so because the drip pots pans are not very deep, so they dry out in a day or two or three, and so there will always be air space. It will never be waterlogged. And then the other question is that some species have better to ramification would better ramify, I guess, by cutting back. And certainly it's true, some variety of plants tend to sprout out very quickly like elm, whereas some of the other ones are a lot less fast. But you can play with it, no big difference. It's just a matter of being patient. And then the other question is that we're in Australia, with your soil mix, do I water it daily or every 2 or 3 days? Well, again, play it by ear, depending on how hot the weather is and so forth. But my planting mix is quite general. If you press on the soil, it's a little wet, soft. You don't have to water it. But on the other hand, just water every day. You will not overwater the plant. Well, the other one is that how often do I water a tree when they are planted the outside? Again, when it's freezing, do I water my plants when it's freezing outside? Well, I don't think so. If it's freezing, the evaporation rate is probably fairly low. I think a number of people talk about bury them in the snow, so you don't have to worry about it. I don't think so. I don't have first-hand experience, but I don't think so. Okay, and the next one is about, I advocate planting, leaving the trees in the ground. And the question is that, would it make much difference if I plant in a very large pot? I don't think so. A large pot just means the root has a lot of area to get its nutrient and water and so forth, so they will grow fast. So it's a matter of preferences, but I think there's an advantage to grow them in big pots, and then you don't have to dig them. You just pour them out, so to speak, and cut back. So it's a lot more easy to control it. And the other question is, I have an 11-foot tall cork oak. Should I air layer 2 feet above the ground and then start my bonsai there? I think that's very smart. And in fact, if you like air layering, you can air layer 2 feet pieces at a time until you get to the lower ones. If you leave it in the ground, it will be growing in the meantime. So you're really not losing any time, because when you cut off the top, bottom will actually shoot out way down the bottom. The other one is about wisteria. I have a wisteria that it bloomed the second time. And when should I prune it? Well, some wisteria varieties will bloom sporadically throughout the year. On the other hand, I found many of these deciduous trees, if it gone through a shock, all the leaves are gone, And when you apply water, the leaves starting to sprout, it may bloom again. To answer your question about when to prune a wisteria, the best time, the way I do it is I let it grow wild, because they send out very long branches, and that's what fattens the trunk. And then I let it grow. When it's finished, when the leaves are gone, then I prune it because I can see where I'm going. And I think that's a kind of a compromise between ramification and growth. Okay, and then the last question is that if I cut up you talk about scarring above a bud to force a branch to grow, would I be able to force bud to grow anywhere, doing that anywhere else? The answer is yes and no. If you do that, for example, way above a bud in a salcova, that little branch above the bud would in fact die off. There will be no bud coming out. On the other hand, if you do that to an elm, then it will bud out everywhere because there's hidden buds under the branch that will bud out. Well, it's getting to rain pretty hard, so I think I'll quit. That's the end of the Q&A. I hope you click like if you think my information is informative. I need the brownie points and encouragement. And please subscribe to our channel and register for the giveaway. And I see you next week. Hopefully it's dry. Thank you.